Hey folks, so I got a request for a Fortnite game, and as you know, I've been working on Fortnite Battle Bus '07. So I also got a request from the same guy to show off what I have, like give an overview of the game. So that is what I'm doing, though he requested it a lot sooner than I did it. I apologize for that, but that is how it worked out. So, this game is a series of challenges. Basically, the premise is that you have to protect the battle bus, which is in the sky, and it's trying to get from one place to another. And but there's like anti-aircraft guns that are trying to shoot it down, and it can't just stop and wait for you to finish. So there's going to be a time limit for each puzzle. So you're kind of in this narrow canyon thing, like this is perspective. So that is where you are, and over here there's like trees, and here is the gun placement that you have to destroy for the first puzzle. And then up here at the top of the screen you can see just a little bit of the battle bus, like from underneath, floating up there. So your goal is to, get past this raised platform that has the gun on it. It has two smaller gun platforms that are built to shoot you, and those have guys on them. Here's a truck with some, ammo in a box in the back of it. Here's some trees. And the premise of this game is that you can, just like in Fortnite, if you have the materials to build it, you can build it pretty much instantaneously. So if you want to, you're going to start with a pickaxe, just like in Fortnite Battle, Royale. And if you want to chop down the trees and make stuff with it, go right ahead. So this puzzle does not have a pre-prescribed solution. I'm going to make Ari play this, hopefully, and he gets to be creative with this. Any solution, use your imagination, the sky's the limit. You have to get up onto this platform, you have to take out these two guys over here, and you have to move on to the next screen. So the next screen, same basic premise, only now there's a trench below you, and you have to find a way to get across it. As you can see, there's no bridge, but there are some more trees, so you can use them however you like. Still the battle bus up there. Once you get to that screen, we're going to shift view. Now this is kind of like a side view. So that's you. Here's a tree, and up here is the battle bus. Now the anti-aircraft gun is on a tower, so you have to somehow, find a way to destroy the anti-aircraft gun. But there's a lot of guys guarding it. There's two guys on top of the tower. If you just walk right up to it, they'll see you and shoot you. There's a guy at the bottom of the tower who will shoot you. There's a guy in the middle of the tower. So that's a whole lot of trouble. And then over here, that is another guy. For once you've dealt with all this, just moving on to the next screen is going to be a challenge, because you have to deal with the next guy as well. Up here, that's just my little cameo. That is Ginkus, one of my PCG characters. I squeeze him in everywhere, because why not? It's just kind of like a cameo. It doesn't really have much to do with this game. But this being Fortnite, technically you can get to him if you want. So, I guess if Ari tries that, you'll see what happens. So this one is another change of perspective. Now we have, this is like a top-down view. Here's the anti-aircraft gun again, and once again it's sort of on a raised platform, and this time there's no way to get to it, directly from below. You can't climb the tower. But there's these raised suspension bridges that are kind of level with the tower. So the trick is to somehow get up onto these suspension bridges and use that to your advantage somehow, and maybe get up onto here. By the way, I should just mention, destroying these anti-aircraft turrets is in and of itself a challenge, because, they're made out of metal, they're not that easy to destroy. That's going to require a little bit of creativity, but I imagine once you figure out how to do it one time, it's going to be easier to do it the rest of the times. Anyway, so we move on to the next screen. And by the way, the premise I'm using for this is that, you're going to be timed for each puzzle, and the amount of time you have is going to be equivalent to the amount of time you have in each, you know how in Battle Royale, every time the circle gets smaller and the gas closes in, that's how much time you're going to have to move on to the next puzzle. Each puzzle, the time is going to get shorter until the last puzzle, you're not going to have much time. So the last puzzle is a maze, and this time there are 3 different anti-aircraft placements, and the trick is, I mean, this isn't that challenging of a maze, but the trick is, whatever time you have left, you know, at the end of, by the time you get to this puzzle, that's how much time you're going to have to solve the maze. And if you don't do it on time, unlike other PCGs, there is no save game function. Just like in Fortnite, if you lose, and you have to start the whole game over. So, perched around this is kind of like, this whole maze is set into like a crater, kind of like the Dusty Divot area, and so these walls, the walls of the maze will protect you, but if you're not within the walls, if you're wandering out here, these guys who are all perched on the ledge, they're all going to shoot you, so there's basically no chance of surviving outside the maze. Though, again, this is Fortnite, so you can get creative. Maybe there's a way to survive, but, I guess we'll see what happens when it comes to it. So yeah, again, there's 3 anti-aircraft turrets, and you have to destroy all 3 of them in order to beat this puzzle, and you're going to have a very small amount of time to do that. The puzzle is not that hard, but it's just a matter of how much time you're going to be allowed to have. And once you get through the maze and you go up over here, this ends in a cliff, and the idea is that once you've beaten the puzzle, you can just, the battle bus can come down and pick you up. So, this is also a PCG tradition that a maze screen always leads to a flight screen. So, this is kind of this is a maze, and once you get to the battle bus, well, you're in a flying vehicle, so it's kind of like a flight screen. But, I haven't made another screen for that, and I don't know if I will. So for right now, this is just going to be 5 screens, and we're going to try playing it and see how it goes. Also, you guys should let me know what you think. If you think this is cool, if you think I totally mangled Fortnite, let me know in the comments, and, that'll help determine whether I should make more of this. So, yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.